The scraper is one of the most remarkable and efficient pieces of equipment in the earth-moving sector and large infrastructure works. When we talk about large-scale soil movement, few machines can combine strength, practicality, and versatility like it does. Since its invention, the scraper has stood out for offering a solution that reduces steps, eliminates the dependence on other equipment in certain situations, and allows productivity far above average in extensive areas. To understand its importance, it is necessary to imagine the challenges of a large project, such as the construction of a highway, an airport, or a dam. In these scenarios, tons and tons of soil need to be removed, transported, and then spread evenly. Before the popularization of the scraper, this job required the combined action of tractors, loaders, and dump trucks, which increased costs, fuel consumption, the number of operators, and the time required to complete the service. The scraper machine emerged precisely to simplify this process. The operating principle is ingenious. The machine has a cutting blade positioned at the bottom of the bowl. When the operator activates the mechanism, this blade lowers and begins to cut the soil as the equipment moves forward. Gradually, the bowl fills with the loose material, functioning as a mobile reservoir. Depending on the model and capacity, it is possible to load several tons of soil in each cycle. Once full, the bowl is raised, the blade retracted, and the scraper begins to move like a truck, transporting the material to the desired location. At the unloading site, the operator opens the rear gate, and the soil is released, often already leveled by the machine itself, which uses the blade to spread the material evenly. This complete cycle, cutting, loading, transporting, and spreading, is what makes the scraper unique, as it eliminates the need for a combo of machines to perform the same function. To give you a practical idea, in a single trip, a scraper can carry the equivalent of more than 15 pickup trucks full of dirt. Now imagine dozens of these machines operating together in continuous cycles. The result is an impressive volume of earth moving that would be practically impossible to achieve with traditional methods. It's like transforming several days of work into just a few hours. Historically, the scraper began to stand out in the 20th century, especially in countries with vast tracts of land and large infrastructure projects. In the United States, for example, it was widely used in the expansion of highways and agricultural development. In Brazil, scraper machines played an important role in major works such as the construction of hydroelectric plants and the opening of long roads in hard-to-reach regions. Over time, manufacturers improved their capacity, speed, and efficiency. Self-propelled models, that is, equipped with their own engine, began to offer total independence from tractors, allowing greater agility. Meanwhile, towed models, attached to high-power tractors, remain useful in specific situations, especially in very resistant soils or agricultural areas. An interesting fact is that, in many historical projects, the scraper was considered the great secret weapon of construction companies. During the highway expansion in the United States, for example, engineers reported that productivity doubled when these machines came into play. In Brazil, there are records of projects where the arrival of scrapers cut the estimated execution time in half, completely changing the construction schedule. The scraper is also recognized for its versatility in different types of terrain. In clayey or wetter soils, the challenge is to maintain productivity without the material sticking to the walls of the bowl. For this, manufacturers developed efficient ejection mechanisms that ensure the complete release of the load. In sandy or dry soils, the priority is to keep the blade adjusted to cut effectively without losing material during transport. In addition, in large flat areas, the scraper reaches its maximum efficiency, as it can travel medium distances carrying large volumes, drastically reducing the number of trips needed compared to conventional trucks. Nowadays, technology has further transformed the work with scrapers. Many modern models feature GPS systems and automated depth control. This means the machine can cut the soil and level the terrain with millimetric precision, eliminating rework and optimizing fuel use. In highway construction, for example, this precision ensures that the base layer is uniform, which directly impacts the durability and quality of the final pavement. Another important advance is the improvement in cabin ergonomics. Operating a scraper is a demanding task that can last many hours a day. Modern cabins feature climate control systems, comfortable suspension, and intuitive controls, reducing operator fatigue and increasing job site safety. If you enjoy this type of content and want to learn more about machines and technology in construction, take the opportunity now and subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss the next videos. In addition to heavy construction, the scraper has relevant applications in the agricultural sector. On large farms, especially in countries that work with extensive cultivation, this machine is used to level land, open irrigation channels, and prepare areas for planting. Its ability to move large volumes of soil in a short time allows hectares of land to be shaped according to the producer's needs. This increases agricultural efficiency improves water drainage, and ensures more suitable conditions for crop growth. Another highlight is the savings provided by the scraper. Since it can perform several stages on its own, the number of equipment and operators required on site is reduced. This means less maintenance, lower overall fuel consumption for the project, and lower pollutant emissions. At a time when sustainability and the search for cleaner processes have become a priority, this efficiency becomes even more relevant. Large construction companies have sought to balance productivity with environmental responsibility, and modern scrapers, more economical and technological, directly contribute to this goal. Despite all these advantages, the scraper is not ideal for every situation. Its maximum performance occurs in extensive and relatively accessible terrain. In very steep, rocky, or difficult-to-access areas, other equipment may be more suitable. The scraper also requires space for maneuvering, since its operation depends on relatively long paths to take advantage of its load capacity. Even so, when the scenario is favorable, few machines achieve the same cost-benefit ratio. Watching a scraper in action, it is impossible not to be impressed by its power and efficiency. The sound of the engine, the blade cutting the soil, and the earth being collected in the bowl convey the sensation of brute force combined with the intelligence of a mechanical design that has evolved over decades. It is a machine that well represents the idea of doing more with less, delivering great results without depending on an entire fleet to perform the same function. Moreover, there is a global trend of combining the efficiency of scrapers with more sustainable construction practices. Many manufacturers are already working on hybrid models or versions adapted for biofuels, further reducing pollutant emissions. This shows that the machine not only remains relevant, but is also adapting to the new global scenario, where productivity must go hand in hand with environmental responsibility. In the future, the trend is for scrapers to incorporate even more automation. There are already projects of semi-autonomous vehicles capable of operating with minimal human intervention, guided by sensors, drones, and construction management software. This not only increases safety on the job site, but also ensures continuous productivity, reducing errors and optimizing the schedule. This evolution shows that even being a traditional machine with decades of consolidated use, the scraper remains up to date and ready to adapt to new market demands. In summary, the scraper machine is much more than an earth-moving equipment. It is a symbol of efficiency, versatility, and innovation in the construction and agricultural sectors. With its ability to cut, load, transport, and level soil in a single cycle, it simplifies processes, reduces costs, and ensures speed in projects that require the movement of large volumes of earth. Over the decades, it has evolved from a clever solution to an indispensable piece in works and farms, always keeping pace with technological advances. Its presence in highways, dams, airports, plantations, and so many other work fronts shows that despite all the development of new machines, the scraper maintains its place of prominence. And when we think about the future of construction, marked by automation, sustainability, and high performance, there is no doubt that the scraper machine will continue to be a protagonist, adapting to new technologies without losing its essence, transforming the terrain quickly, precisely, and with unparalleled efficiency. Did you enjoy the video? Then leave a like and subscribe to the channel to follow all the updates. Here you will always find direct and easy information about the world of machines.